The address of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa during the GCC-US summit included many authentic Bahraini values in calling for peace and conflict resolution. His Majesty affirmed a number of principles Bahrain pursues in its foreign and diplomatic policies towards various issues. More in this report.
At a defining moment in the political history of Arab countries, the GCC-US summit came to culminate many Gulf endeavours to resolve the political and security issues, files and crises of the region, which Arab and Gulf leaders in particular worked to overcome. The Kingdom of Bahrain had its expressive position in a pivotal event such as the GCC-US summit, which brought good news, stability and prosperity during an address delivered by His Majesty the King. His Majesty praised the US President's vision and diplomatic approach that aimed to promote peace and resolve conflicts, which is compatible with Bahrain's approach and goals through the collective call for peace launched by Arab leaders in the Bahrain summit in May last year. His Majesty expressed appreciation for President Trump's efforts to achieve stability, expressing the Kingdom's thanks for his decision to lift economic sanctions on Syria.
ولا يسعنا هنا إلا أن نعرب عن تقديرنا الكبير للمساعي الدبلوماسية الفاعلة لفخامة الرئيس في سبيل تحقيق السلام والاستقرار في منطقة الشرق الأوسط والعالم، شاكرين قراره برفع العقوبات الاقتصادية عن الجمهورية العربية السورية الشقيقة، ونتطلع إلى مزيد من التعاون للوصول إلى منطقة آمنة ومستقرة ومزدهرة تشمل جميع دولها.
His Majesty's address also commended the honourable and humanitarian role of Saudi Arabia in proposing and supporting peaceful initiatives and diffusing wars, most notably the recent Russia-US war. His Majesty said that the successful negotiations between Washington and Tehran will promote stability and prosperity for the region. His Majesty the King's address focused on reaffirming Bahrain's position in support of the Palestinian cause. His Majesty stated that the wise policy is a unique opportunity to move forward towards a just and lasting peace that guarantees the rights of the Palestinian people through the two-state solution that also works to maintain regional security and stability and contributes to making the region free of weapons of mass destruction, preventing an armed race. These authentic Arab positions and firm Bahraini constants crystallize the Kingdom of Bahrain's position towards various regional and international issues and topics that His Majesty outlined in his address to achieve further stability and prosperity for Bahrain and the region in various political, security and economic fields.
The Speaker of the Representatives Council, Ahmed Al-Musallam, praised the speech delivered by His Majesty the King at the GCC-US summit. He stressed that the royal approach and the vision of His Majesty in enhancing the close historical friendship between GCC countries and the US is one of the pillars of the strategic partnership that serves the common interests. He appreciated the efforts of Saudi Arabia to ensure regional security and stability. Al-Musallam explained that the diplomatic approach based on wisdom and moderation is the best way for rapprochement and cooperation, promoting peace and resolving conflicts, and establishing a just and sustainable peace. Shura Council Chairman Ali Al-Saleh affirmed that the comprehensive speech delivered by His Majesty the King before the GCC-US summit consolidates the royal approach and visions of His Majesty in building complementary relations and cooperative paths with brotherly and friendly countries. He pointed out that His Majesty's speech laid the foundations to build on the successes achieved in the GCC-US relations. Al-Saleh praised His Majesty's speech, which emphasized Bahrain's pride in the strategic partnerships with the US. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, chaired a meeting of the follow-up committee for the implementation of decisions and commitments at the ministerial level with the Arab League held in Baghdad. During the meeting, the report prepared by Bahrain regarding the efforts made by the Kingdom as part of its presidency of the 33rd Arab Summit was discussed and reviewed, as well as the follow-up of General Secretariat of the Arab League on the implementation of the decisions of the Arab leaders issued at the Bahrain summit last May regarding issues and matters related to enhancing the course of joint Arab cooperation. The review was in accordance with what was stipulated in the Bahrain Declaration. The follow-up committee approved their two reports and decided to submit them to the Council of the Arab League at the summit level for endorsement. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid al-Zayani, chaired the opening session of the preparatory meeting of the 34th Ordinary Arab Summit, which will be hosted by Iraq on Saturday. Al-Zayani said that Bahrain hosted the 33rd Arab Summit, chaired by His Majesty the King, which was held amid difficult challenges and a delicate political and security situation that required a unified Arab position and a clear vision to protect Arab national security and common interests. He added that the Bahrain summit adopted key resolutions aimed at strengthening Arab cooperation, integration and solidarity, including initiatives to hold an international conference to resolve the Palestinian cause, support the recognition of an independent Palestinian state and the acceptance of its membership in the UN. The minister stressed that the kingdom has been keen to follow up on the coordination and implementation of these resolutions in an effort to enhance Arab cooperation at all levels and joint coordination efforts to face regional and international challenges and establish sustainable peace, development and prosperity for all peoples of the region. He noted that Bahrain, as per royal directives, is committed to following up on the implementation of the initiatives it submitted in cooperation and coordination with the General Secretariat of the Arab League and international organizations. The minister then handed over the presidency of the Arab League Council at ministerial level to Iraq's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Fouad Hussein. The Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan Tawfiqi, emphasized that the launch of the 5th edition of the National Initiative Lama aligns with the vision of the representatives of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The initiative aims to empower Bahraini youth by equipping them with leadership and innovation skills that enable them to shape the future and contribute to national development. The Minister noted that the continued support of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad has been the foundation for the project's successive achievements, reflected in the empowerment of a distinguished group of Bahraini youth who now hold key leadership roles. She highlighted Bahrain's ongoing commitment to empowering young people and preparing them to take an active role in shaping the future in line with the national vision that places Bahraini youth at the heart of sustainable development. In collaboration with the United Nations Development Programme, the UNDP, and with the support of the Global Environment Facility, the Supreme Council for Environment organized the final national workshop for the Global Biodiversity Framework Early Action Support Project. Present were the Minister of Oil and Environment Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed bin Dena, and representatives of government agencies, academic institutions, the private sector and civil society. Dr. bin Dena stressed that aligning national policies with the Global Biodiversity Framework is an essential step towards achieving environmental sustainability. He noted the importance of institutional and societal partnership to achieve all formulated national goals and complete the monitoring, follow-up and planning processes, lauding the UNDP's prominent role and the importance of continued cooperation to achieve common endeavours to preserve all elements of biodiversity. The Deputy President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali Al Khalifa, crowned the Muharraq Club as the 2025 Khalifa bin Salman Basketball Cup champions after winning a thrilling final against Manama. The final was attended by a number of officials and basketball stars from around the world. On this occasion, His Highness congratulated Muharraq on their victory, praising the outstanding level of the players during the match and the great efforts exerted by their management and the technical and administrative staff. His Highness also presided, or rather praised, the competitive atmosphere of the match, which embodied the spirit of Bahraini sports and showcased the game's progress at the technical and organizational level, pointing out that the large public attendance and organization reflect the development of Bahraini basketball. His Highness thanked the Manama club for their high technical level during the final match. Bahrain's parliamentary delegation, led by Speaker of the Council of Representatives and Chairman of the Executive Committee of the Division, Ahmed Al-Musallam, concluded its participation in the 19th session of the Parliamentary Union of the OIC member states. The delegation participated in the consultative meetings of the heads of the Gulf and Arab parliaments and legislative councils, the main conference session, the meetings of the standing committees, and the session of the Association of Secretaries General. The delegation's participation comes as part of the role of Bahraini parliamentary diplomacy in supporting joint Islamic action and enhancing parliamentary relations. The Secretary General of the Council of Representatives and Secretary of the Executive Committee of the Parliamentary Division, Mohammed Al-Bouanein, held a meeting with Secretary General of the Indonesian Parliament, Endra Skandar. During the meeting, the two sides emphasized the development of bilateral cooperation between the General Secretariats based on the close and distinguished Bahraini-Indonesian relations. The two sides also agreed to form working teams to follow up the methodology of cooperation in several fields to enhance bilateral relations, benefit from experiences related to parliamentary and legislative work, and coordinate positions in parliamentary participation during regional and international meetings of the Assembly of General Secretaries. As part of the participation of the Parliamentary Division delegation in the Jakarta Conference, the Secretary General of the Council of Representatives, Mohammed Al-Bouanein, met with Secretary General of the Union of Councils of OIC member states, Mohammed Nias. During the meeting, they discussed ways of enhancing joint cooperation with the OIC and supporting parliamentary work in all sectors, especially in the technical, information and research fields. The meeting also reviewed a number of projects, initiatives and quality programs provided by the General Secretariat of the Council of Representatives for members and community outreach.